Hello lovely people, I finally done it. I finally got myself together and I'm doing this huge US haul for you. I've got all the items here. This is going to be a huge haul, so brace yourself, grab your beverage, your mocktail, whatever it is you want, and your snack on the side because we've got quite a lot to get through. Many of these items are things that I feel you can't get in the UK, so it's worth your while investing in or purchasing while you're over in America if you want to. So I've broken it down into different segments and I've put timestamps, so if you're not interested in watching this whole haul, because I know it's a really long haul, you can just skip to the areas that you want. So I've got homeware, products for the house, home deco, I've got stationery, clothes, food items, skincare, beauty products. So without wasting too much of your time, let's get straight into it. So the first items I'm going to show you are the home decor stuff that I bought, mainly around the theme of autumn, fall, Thanksgiving, that harvest theme, because autumn is my favorite season. So I like to decorate my house. I like to make it look and feel cozy as we step into the end of September, October period, just before Christmas. So I spruce things up in my house, I get rid of the old, put the new, and just make it feel warm and cozy. So I'm just going to show you some of the items I bought. I thought I would find a lot more stuff, a lot more items, but the things that I did manage to pick up, I'll show you anyway. If you go to Ross Dressed and Less, they always tend to do personalized items that have scriptures on it or just really good quotes, even with their stationery, and that's why I always try and go to that shop when I'm in the US. But this time around I didn't find as many items as I had hoped for, but I still managed to pick up a thing or two that I thought would match the whole Thanksgiving harvest theme, autumn theme that we're going into. So this is just some oven gloves, small oven gloves that say give thanks with a grateful heart. Again, that's a scripture, and I just find that, let me just come in close up there. It's got all the autumn colors in it, so that's why I picked it up. I was like, yes, this is going in my kitchen for autumn. I also got these plain oven mitts. They just got the autumn colors as well. This one has the loopholes where you can get to hang them. Let's see if I can zoom in and get you to see that, so you can hang them on your kitchen cabinets as well. So I just thought, oh, let me get that because that looks really handy, and it's got the non-slip grip to it. So that's another one that I got. And it's not like you can't find these things in the UK, but what I find is with homeware items, especially in US, the price point is so much lower than it is over here in the UK. Again, I was looking for kitchen towels, kitchen napkins with scriptures on it, which I found the last time I was in America 2 years ago. When I went in this time, I couldn't find anything like that, but I did get these that have like autumn theme prints on it. So the embroidery is very autumnal. So I just picked that up as well. I also got these paper napkins. So hopefully we're zooming into that, very autumnal as well. So if I'm hosting, I can use these as well. I spent about 10 minutes going back and forth on whether I should pick these up or not. I needed new placemats, and the ones that I wanted something rectangular to go with my dining table, but I couldn't find it, but I needed it to match the theme. So I just ended up with these round circular ones. I'm still undecided as to if I'm going to use it. Even though I did pick it up, I might end up gifting it to someone if I don't use it. But I just like the fact that it was really thick. I like the material, and it's very autumn themed, like with the colors, the rich deep brown colors for autumn. Now these are pumpkins, and these two match the deco, the color scheme currently in my living room. So these are going to go near my fireplace just to decorate around the fireplace. I don't celebrate Halloween, but I do celebrate harvest and Thanksgiving. Even though I'm in the UK, I like to just do things that I think make sense, and make sense for me and my family. So I picked these two up. I thought they were really nice. I think I got these in Target. I have a lot of like flower pots and flower vases, those little really thin ones around my home. So I was just going to replace the current flowers, faux flowers that are in them at the moment with these faux autumnal flowers that I picked up to come into your house in the hallway and just be greeted with this. I think this is just so stunning. I just like the whole deep, rich burnt orange. Burnt orange is my favorite color. Burnt orange, yellows, deep yellows. It's beautiful. So you've got some acorns and velvet pumpkins in this one, if you can see close up. Just, oh, beautiful. I also saw this and I just thought, okay, let me just get this. This is like a wall deco plaque, and it's going to go in my kitchen. I just need to sort myself out one of these weekends and just decorate the whole home, just make it feel fabulous. I might take you along on that journey if I've got time to record. These days it's just finding time to get the recordings in. And then this plaque, which is going to go in my hallway near my front door. Can you see that? Can you see that? There. That's going in my hall. Thankful, grateful, blessed. And then finally, in terms of making my home feel warm, welcome, is scent. Scent is so important to me. I try to make my house smell really nice, and you know that I do enjoy burning wax melts. Now, I don't burn them as much as I used to in the past. I find that using my diffuser and dropping a few essential oils in it can just do an amazing job with covering a wide scope area in my house and make it smell fabulous. But when I'm preparing for something, or I've been cooking and it's really smelly food, then I bring out the wax melts, because I think they're just amazing in getting your house to smell divine. And following the theme of autumn, I picked up some autumn scents. So the first one is farmhouse cookies. Obviously, I was in the shop going through all the different scents, picking them out, thinking, which one matches the theme. So as soon as you walk in the house smells of cookies, you know. And I've got fallen leaves here. This is another one, fallen leaves. Pumpkin vanilla latte. Ooh, one of my favorite drinks. And just imagine walking into your home and smelling that. And then I also got these, they're not so autumnal, but soft cashmere amber. This smells divine. And then line dried linen. So these are just general ones that I picked up as well. The reason, you can get all of these things in the UK, by the way, the wax melts, but I got these for like $1. And in the UK, I'll be spending like £3 or £4 on it. So again, the cost effectiveness of it makes sense to just pick them up in the US, where I can get them dirt cheap and probably find a lot more scents than I would get in the UK. Okay, so moving on from the deco side of things to home products that I use for the house. Now, this is something that I don't think you can get in the UK, and I always pick this up every time I go to the US. It's the Tide to Go stain removing pens. Now, if you're a mother, you will know why you need this. I think they're so effective. I also have the Shout Wipe and Go. So if I don't have that in my bag, I'm gonna have this in my bag. It's a stain remover wipe. Zoom in there, get that. If you wear white a lot, or you're out and about and you've got meetings and you just happen to spill something on you, these are effective products. I think the Tide is much better than the Shout, but they do both work really well. So these are stuff that you can't necessarily get in the UK. Well, you probably can now with Amazon, but the price difference is going to be sky high buying it on Amazon in the UK, whereas you can get it cheaper in the US. So these are stuff that I always pick up when I go to America. I also got the Shout Color Catcher because I think this is so effective. I don't use it as frequently as I used to, but I still picked it up. And then finally, disinfectant wipes. Now, yes, you can get disinfectant wipes in the UK. The reason I like the US version of their antibacterial wipes is that they come in a tub, so you can open it, latch it on and seal it like that, and this prevents it from drying out. What I find is, like, especially with the Dettol wipes here, you open the bag, sometimes the bag rips past the bit and then you're wasting the wipes. I just like the fact that this is in a tub, and you can get a lot of the ones in the US, you can get them in a tub. I haven't really seen ones in the tub in the UK. If there are, let me know. I wanted to buy a bigger one, but I couldn't carry it with everything else that I was taking, so I just quickly purchased this one for the time that it lasts. I just like the tub version of the antibacterial wipes. Now we're going to move on to medication. Now, this is a big one for me because I find that a lot of the over-the-counter stuff in America is a lot more potent than what we get in the UK. And then there's certain things that we can't access in the UK that they have in America. For instance, Pepto Bismo. Now, I have this in my cupboards. I stock up on this every time I go to America. You can now get them on Amazon, but in America, in Walmart, they're so much cheaper. The liquid, the tablets, the instant tablets, I buy them all because you just never know. This one, you can use it for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, and they're very effective. I've kind of moved away from using Imodium, and I now use these because they just work for me. If I'm traveling, I just always have them with me. But most importantly, you can get the children's version of this. I found in the UK, when it comes to like nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, there's not much in terms of medication for children. They don't have anything really. And when the child is in discomfort, it's like, as a parent, you just want something to help them stop it from happening. So they've got the Pepto Bismo children version, which I picked up, and they've also got the children's version of Imodium in America, which you cannot get in the UK. The Imodium version for the children comes in this liquid tub, and then I just bought the equivalent, the Walmart equivalent as well. So I've got 2 tubs. I'm sure they do the same thing, but I just picked up Imodium, the brand, and then the Walmart version of it. So, and this is for ages 6 years and up. Basically, if you've got children and you want something to help them control if they pick up a bug and they're getting diarrhea or they're vomiting, Imodium, Pepto Bismo, those are the stuff that you cannot get in the UK for children anyway, and you can get it in America. There's not much for children that are constipated or children that suffer constipation. And so in America, they've got a whole range. I was standing on the aisle just looking through everything, and I've got this Dulcolax soft chews for children. I'm going to try this out, see how this works. It's for children that tend to get constipated or suffer constipation. And then chewable laxatives as well, and saline laxatives. So I just picked up a whole bunch to try out which one works. But the point that I'm trying to get across is that they've got medication there that you don't necessarily have access to in the UK, especially for children. This is for adults. Chloroseptic. It's, I think, the equivalent of what we would, what's that sore throat medicine that we use here in the UK? Oh, I've forgotten the name. I might have to write this down. But this is the equivalent of it. This one is for sore throat and cough. This one is Max. Again, I was just looking at the ingredients. When I look at the active ingredients and I see what's inside it, I'm like, okay, yes, this is going to work. So I just picked up 2 of them. I'll try it out, see how it works. But I also pick up Therapy, which is really good for cold and flu. And the last one, which I have mentioned before on this channel, that got me through all of my pregnancies, is Preggy Drops. Now I think they've rebranded this and they now call it Queasy Drops so that they can market it to people, not just pregnant women, but to people in general. It takes away morning sickness. So I suffered herpes and it was really bad. And I'm telling you, out of everything, this was the most effective thing for me. So they're little sweets, all natural ingredients. There is nothing artificial in it, but it works. I don't know what it is, it works. And I use this now. I'm not pregnant, but I use this like if you're bloated or you feel gassy, just pop this in your mouth and it relieves it within minutes. And that's why I still buy these. So they're called Preggy Pop Drops or Queasy Drops. And I think, yes, you can get these online because when I was pregnant, I was here. But when I purchased this for the first time, it was something crazy like £19 because it was coming from America. But when you go to Walmart, places like Walmart, Target, CVS, you can get this for $2. So again, this can be accessed in the UK, but the price point, you're getting something way cheaper if you buy it from the source than having to get it shipped over via Amazon. So that's it in terms of medication. Let me move on to food. There was so many things I wanted to buy, but I couldn't because I had restricted myself to 1 suitcase coming back. So everything that I bought had to fit into 1 suitcase. But you can't go to America and get the cereal that is synonymous to America. And I know some of these cereals, you can now get them in the UK, but again, cheaper in America. My daughter just loves these. So when we were there, she went through like almost a whole packet of this just for the week. So we picked that up for her, and Lucky Charms as well. Now I know a lot of these cereals are not necessarily healthy, but look, you're buying this, it's a one-off, you're gonna finish it and then you move on to your typical Weetabix and Oreos. Oh, so those were the cereals that I picked up that, again, dirt cheap in comparison to the UK. And I got like 3 packets of this. If you haven't tried, look, I've even opened this. I was eating this halfway through. I've gone through all the 3 packets and this is the 3rd one. If you don't know about the Cheetos Flaming Hot Puffs, you need to get to know. I don't know what it is. And I try to pace myself, but then I just find that I just get through the packet so quickly. I always have to get this because you can't get this in the UK. And they're one of my favorites. So anytime someone's going to the US, I'm always asking them, can you get this? Can you pick this up for me, please? Because it's one of my favorite crisps that we don't have over here in the UK. Flaming hot flavors. The UK can't deal with the heat, you know? Then Reese's peanut butter cups. I got the mini versions of these. I got a lot of candy, a lot of sweets. I've got sweet tooth, and these are just stuff that once they're done, they're done. It's not like I'm buying them again. You can now get Oreos. Before in the past, you couldn't get Oreos here, but you can get Oreos, and again, it's cheaper in the US. Pretzels crisps. Oh my gosh. So I tried this and I was like, oh, I need to buy this again. So I got this, another packet of this. It's just a quick snack. You can have this, or if you're hosting, put it out on your board. This is something that if you're into pretzels, you will really, really like this. This is the sea salt and cracked pepper version. I picked up a few bubble gums because I feel like in the UK I can't really see bubble gums on the shelf anymore, and my son was asking me the other day, oh, how does bubble gum taste? So I was just like, let me get a couple for him. And there's so many, there's a wide variety of bubble gum in the US. Like I feel like when we shop in the UK now, it's just chewing gum. You don't really see bubble gum. Remember when we had Hubba Bubba? Do they still sell Hubba Bubba in the UK? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure I've seen that recently. And then Nerds as well. Oh, here's another one. Airhead gum that I saw. Goya Adobo. I think you can get this in the UK, but I still picked it up. I've got this. This is the butter flavored syrup. Goes well with your pancakes and stuff. It's just a unique flavor that you're not going to get here in the UK. And the original ranch. It's a dressing and topping. I just picked this up as well. Oh, I forgot about this, but let's just add this in. Chip Ahoy biscuits. This is gonna go in like within a day or two in my house. Those are the food items that I got. Let me know if there's any other food items that you pick up if you go to the US. Now I'm going to very swiftly move on to beauty and skincare. I didn't spend that much money on stuff out there in the US because I don't think like there's much of a difference, but I did pick up things that are not easily accessible in the UK. And these are products that I've used in the past. Black Girl sunscreen. So let's just zoom in there for you to see. But then I saw this, so I got this in Target. I saw the spray. This is the Make It Glow spray. So I've never really used the spray. I've used the sunscreen, but not the spray. But I picked both of them up to use them. I just like this because it doesn't leave a cast. So if you're looking for a sunscreen that doesn't leave a cast, you're guaranteed this is going to work for you. I've used this in the past. So when I got to America, just picked it up because it's cheaper price point. Wipes, we can get wipes in the UK. But again, back to my previous point in how the wipes that we have here, they don't seal properly. You always tend to get wipes that have this kind of plastic cover thing that ensures that the wipes in there till the very last one doesn't dry out. Also previously mentioned on this channel that you are not going to get in the UK, and it's the most effective spot cream for me. It's actually a face wash, but I use this as a spot cream. Every time I go to America, I rush to Walmart and stock up on this. This is the Clearasil Deep Rescue, no, start again. Clearasil Rapid Rescue Deep Treatment Wash. So rather than use it as a wash, I just dab it on the spot that I have, especially around the time of the month. Sometimes I just put it on my face. Once I've gone through my skincare routine, put it on my face, dab it on my face. Overnight in the morning, that spot has drastically reduced in size. So this is the most effective for me because I'm not allergic to any of the ingredients in this. They have other stuff for spots, but this is the one thing that doesn't irritate my skin and works well for me. So again, I'm just going to show you, I use this all the time for spots. And something you definitely cannot get in the UK that works is their white strips, Crest white strips. This is the teeth whitening strips. You can't find this in the UK. I think there's some regulations, like EU regulations, against how much peroxide they put in stuff that they sell over here. But in the US, they don't have that. So when I go to the US, ever since I got my Invisalign and they professionally whitened my teeth, I think it's really hard for you now to not have whitened teeth. You just feel like, ugh. So when I go over there, I get the teeth whitening strips. I've used this before. They've worked for me and they're effective. I also got the toothpaste. Never used it, but I just thought, let me me try it alongside with the teeth whitening strips, and that's Crest. So this is something that you cannot get in the UK, but is effective and it works. The teeth whitening strips that you find in the UK, they don't work. They're not effective. I've tried most of them, and this is the only one that works for me, and so that's why I purchased it. And then I like this because you can use it on anything. You can use this on your face, your lips, your hair, your nails. It's just one of those balms that you can use it everywhere. It's just, you need a multi-purpose balm basically. So I just got one of these. They've got a wide range, but I just picked up this one. Then let's move on to stationery. Now, Ross Dress and Less is really good for this, but not just ordinary stationery. I was mentioning earlier that I find that they have a lot of stationery with scriptures on it, and I'm one for journaling, one for writing down notes, one that collects notebooks and stuff like that, and I like to gift people these things a lot. So when I go there, I'm heavy on stocking up on that. This time round, I didn't really find the stuff that I was looking for. I saw some really unique journals, prayer journals, diaries, journals for worship leaders, stuff like that. But this time it was just very generic, very general, and it didn't really didn't give me what it needed to give me, you know. But I still got a few. I think I've got like 4 or 5 here, and let me just show you quite a few of them. So this one is very feminine, and this is a notebook that has a zip, and this one has a scripture on it, John 3:16. So let's zoom in there for you. And here's another one. This one just says, she is clothed with strength and dignity. It just has a scripture on the top of it, and it's a notebook as well, but this has the stretchy thing on the side. And then every page has an individual scripture at the bottom of each page of the notebook. So let me just zoom into one of the pages for you. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. Hopefully it is. So those were the ones that I saw. This one as well, this is a different type. It doesn't have a zip, but it's got like a magnetic clasp, and this just says, consider how the wild flowers grow. Another notebook I can use or I can gift. And then this one, like a gold one with a zip as well. This one comes with a zip, and it's got scriptures at the bottom of every single page like the other one, and then the scripture in the front that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. So I don't see any of this in the UK. You are not going to find this in any of the stationery stores, but Ross Dress for Less, they're good on their stationery, and that's why I'm saying if you go to the US, make sure you go there if you really like stuff like this. If you're into gift giving or you just want it for yourself, you're going to find quite a few, even though this time I didn't see as much as I wanted, but you still find it there. And then finally, clothes shopping. Now, I don't really buy clothes in America because I think that their fashion is not like us over here in Europe. We're blessed for that. But every time we go, I try and tend to go to the outlets. So I'm just going to show you. I got quite a few of their Ralph Lauren jumpers and stuff for myself, for my husband, for the children. I just find that their quality is just great. And I know that their prices have gone up comparison to just 2-3 years ago. Their prices have shot up, but I still buy them for the quality. The ones that my children were wearing when they were much younger, the quality is still good. So you can still give it to people and it looks brand new, like pass it down. So I got quite a few of their jumpers for myself and the children, because I'm one of those people that when I find a brand that works for me and I like the quality of their items and I enjoy their clothing, I'm going to invest in it. So if you go to America, if you go to the outlets, you can get like discounts off from the outlets. And if you're a member of Ralph Lauren as well, you can get like a discount on your total shop. So I just picked up quite a few because obviously it's cheaper over there than it is me purchasing it in the UK. I got some for my daughter as well, and I went with the autumnal colours. So burgundy is hot this autumn, fall season, and yellows actually. So I just picked up 2 autumn colours for her, and I got them in bigger sizes, so she'll be able to wear this 1-2 years from now, hopefully. And then I also got, here's the grey one. I haven't got this in grey, so I've got this now in grey, the jumper. This is navy cardigan, and that one's actually for my son. And then I got that one for my son as well. And then this linen shirt for summer. This is the relaxed fit. I got this quite loose and relaxed. I think I sized up a size for, so this is perfect for summer next year. We did buy quite a few trainers for the children for school and for general in socializing, because if you go to the outlets as well, you can get discounts in stuff like the Nike factory. So we got trainers, and then we got the Ralph Lauren polo shirts and jumpers and cardigans. So that's it for my huge US haul. I hope you enjoyed it and found 1 or 2 items that you're probably going to write down on your list, so the next time you're in the US you pick them up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.